Hey, cousin colleagues, welcome to the More Laughing at Work podcast. Let's talk.
Wait, hold on now. Is that an elephant? Do y'all see that elephant, or is it just me? It can't be an elephant in the office. So not the daggone group chat, the co-worker cousin group chat. The four of us is an argument because somebody told the new girl about the hidden bathroom. Oh gosh. And now everybody are in their fields because we got to share stalls with somebody new. And we don't even know what her hygiene game is like. Now, granted, this is a bathroom that kind of makes you feel like when you're in the movie Hidden Figures because it's way across the building in a part that you wouldn't even know they have a little bathroom. But, we keep it together because the four of us know how to clean up. And the other bathrooms close to the office are disgusting. Don't nobody want to go in there, y'all. I know management don't want us to be in the bathroom all day, but they don't want us to go at all. Nasty tail bathroom. God dang, I know these people mamas can't stand them because their bathroom skills are horrible. Or maybe it was that. Whatever. Bottom line is, they don't want the new girl to come use the bathroom. How are we going to tell the new girl she can't use the bathroom? Everybody should be able to use a clean bathroom. Why are we holding back the clean bathroom from the new girl? How come ain't nobody tell management that they need to clean these nasty bathrooms? Because now we about to have beef with the new girl because we don't want her to have a good hygienial bathroom experience. This is just not right. I think somebody should say something, but ain't nobody saying nothing. So I guess it's an elephant that nobody sees. It looked like an elephant and it's looking at me, but since nobody else say it, I'm not going to say it either. I need my job. I'll just use the bathroom at home. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to More Laughing at Work podcast. I am your host, comedian Allison Moore. I am a communications executive. I am a stand-up comedian and also a human resources professional. I was in human resources, employee relations for about 10 years, and you're like, who is we? You don't want talking. Me, and we, the invisible people that make up the More Laughing family. We come together each week to kind of encourage each other to be our best professional selves and also encourage each other, not to slap anybody at work today. Don't do it. Listen here, don't do it. If this is your first time hanging out with us, thank you. Welcome. We're glad to have you unless you weird. You can carry that somewhere else. Around here, I mean, we're a little off too, but it depends on your level, whether or not you can sit with us at the cool kid table in the break room at work. I don't even know if you can have one of those cool kid table at the cool kid break room at work. I got one. Shoot. Some of y'all sitting in one right now. That's right. Shout out to the coworker, besties and groups that listen to the show. I met a new group that said that they tuned in together on Fridays. Y'all know the show's supposed to come out on Wednesdays. But I be making it. I mean, come on now. It come out. At least it come out each week. I don't know how every weekend it went over to Fridays, but that is where we are. And thanks for the 36 of you who are listening on Fridays. Because look, the numbers is up. The numbers is up. The More Laughing at Work podcast is where we come together to, like I said, encourage each other to be our best professional selves. So we get into some work-life balance because we got to work, but we got to have a life. And just figuring that out with like-minded professionals that understand these people that work with us is crazy. They crazy. It ain't you. It's them. It's crazy. But, listen. We got bills to pay. I know I got bills to pay. If you don't got bills to pay and you in the mood to just be a blessing, here is your chance. So we talk about professional development. We talk about work-life balance. We talk about mental health at work because we need to make sure that we checking in because spending lots of hours and all day and in places and spaces that we Many of us are really only doing it because we have to do it. Like that could really take a toll on your mind, your mental health. And so we try to keep each other encouraged on the podcast and money. We talk about money. So today, y'all, I am so happy to be recording with you all. I'm like on one. I mean, I'm like thinking, this is really a blessing to be able to chat with people that, like are my friends. Now I know in real life you are not my friends and I'm not yours, but it's like, we get each other. We get each other. You know what I'm saying? We here. We here. And so I'm like, I gotta go check in with the squad. So this is great because I'm certainly I look forward to this each week and doing this podcast, and I've just been getting a lot of feedback about people's experiences and everything at work. So I'm just excited that what I'm saying we get to talk about it up in here, okay? And if any of you, as we say things or I say things that resonate with you, and your management team or somebody got a problem with it, you tell them come see me. You know what I'm saying? And those of you who have not met me in person or seen me or something like that listen to the podcast, I want you to know that you call on me and I will step to your whole organization for messing with you. However, once I get there, I am definitely one of those bark a whole lot louder than my bite is actually powerful. So I just don't want to let you down. Now I'm gonna come with all my energy, like first of all, but I am pretty short. A little on petite side. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really grown into my full body yet. It's coming. It is coming. God promised me. I was gonna be thicky Vicky. I'm getting sidetracked. You call me and I'm gonna go step to him, but I might not. You know what I'm saying? I can't fight nobody. And they might blow, and I'm like, oh, it hurt. But I will sue in your name. I will stand with you as you are part of our cousin colleague and co-worker cousin community. I'm gonna pick one, y'all. For real, I'm gonna either pick. Are we saying cousin colleague or coworker cousins? But I like them both because they get me close to cussing. I like C word. Anywho, so look, I'm excited about today. Just again doing something that I love, learning and growing. Had a couple of opportunities for growth since the last time we talked, and I passed the test. Y'all would be proud of me. You would be like, that's my girl. I did not let y'all down, and a couple of people deserve to get ran over by a car. But I didn't want the roadkill on my car, so I said, you are spared today. And I was not even completely petty. I was some petty. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. That's not what we do. We don't lie to each other here in the MooreLaughing at Work podcast, but we are petty. And I was, but it wasn't anything that would get you embarrassed. Okay, so we're good to go. I see my growth. I'm really excited about it, and I hope you have too. I hope that you have had an opportunity over the last week to be like, dang, old me would a X, Y, and Z, but new me, this me, moving forward. And if you found that you had a little situation and you was like 18-year-old you came out, I get it, but this is a new day, this is a new moment, and let's just move forward. If you need to apologize, let's apologize right here in the MooreLaughing at Work family. We humble, you know what I'm saying? Because what they gonna do to us? We say, look, we humble. I messed up, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, I'm sincere, I want to learn from it, but what they gonna do to you? Apologize. So that's what we're on today. But this week, let me see. Last weekend, I had the opportunity to do some stand-up comedy in South Carolina, and that was fun. I am from Virginia. I am Virginia's comedian. Hey, shout out. Let me see. Two up, two down. I don't care. I'm gonna be 78 years old throwing up some Virginia signs like I'm in high school. And but then I gotta be like, hold on, baby. I gotta get my grandkids to be like, hold on, baby. Help Granny fix her finger. Is it right? Is it right? Is your dyslexia? Is dyslexia? And they gonna fix my fingers for me. I don't care. I'm throwing them up, two down. But I got to perform some stand-up in South Carolina and at Akontunde Day. It's a comedian Akontunde Day and his brand WF Media Group. They have monthly comedy shows in South Carolina and Columbia. So if you like, the genre would be, gospel comedy. It's clean comedy, but gospel comedy. And if that's your Taste Bud. He has a wonderful show, nice room. Shout out to them. So I did that stage, and it was pretty cool because I got a chance to meet some new friends in South Carolina. And this is my second time performing in South Carolina. The first time was at the Comedy Club, the Comedy House, which was like maybe earlier this year. But outside of that, it's just open mic, so I'm just working out material. So that was fun to do that, and so I had fun. I had coffee, y'all would be proud. We had shout out to Black Please Coffee. We are refilling that for those who have asked what happened. We'll talk about that in another episode. But I'm feeling really excited about my gifts and about being okay with what I was created to do, and just kind of settling in. Everything's gonna be all right. One of the things, and we talk about on our podcast all the time, about like moving forward and growth. And I love that this time next year, TTNY philosophy, our philosophy, shout out to everybody, especially the More Laughing OGs who, we've been growing together. Where do you want to be this time next year? And let's just do one little thing each week to get there. It's like a reverse engineer kind of process. Because if you make 52 little small steps, 52 steps over a goal, I mean, you can get it done even before the year, more than likely. And the good thing about it is, every 6 months you kind of check in, every quarter, whatever, it revolves. It doesn't have to be January to January. It could be right now to the next year right now. And I don't know, you get to see kind of like, man, this time last year I was ABC 1, 2, 3, and now here I am. And you get to either see I went backwards, I stayed the same, which staying the same is still going backwards, or I move forward. And so I'm just excited about being in a season. This is my second summer. I just started summer, so it's a hot mom summer, but I got humbled. It's a warm mom summer this summer because on the way back from dropping off my kid for day one of hot mom summer, my windshield cracked. And as I was watching the crack, just crack, a lack of crack, I kind of sort of just got a little nervous and may or may not have just asked the Lord if, what I'm saying, I can rededicate my life real quick. Shout out to those who are believers. And if you're not, my bad, no, just let me do me. You do you. Don't worry. Give me 36 seconds. Hold on. And so, I was like, okay, listen, if you don't let this windshield crack on me, God, I'm going to turn down from hot. I'm going to just be warm. You know what I'm saying? Not Luke. I don't like lukewarm. I might want to do some Luke dance. Okay, focus. So anyway, my windshield didn't bust out. Spoiler. I didn't have some freak accident on the way to hot mom summer. And so then therefore I can't completely turn up. I can just turn. So look, let's keep it going through today's episode because I am so excited. So last weekend, right before I went out, I can't remember. Y'all know we record and piece pieces together, and then it might be 2 weeks before it comes out, and etc. But I had a fantastic conversation in the break room, y'all, with today's guest. And it is so perfect because even today, it was like, man, I needed that. And I don't know who is on the other end of this episode, but be reminded, let this be your moment to say, where am I right now? And how can I make sure that I am living in this moment? I think it's so important for us to be present. Like we just be coming and going. And sometimes we're in seasons. I have been in some seasons, even over the last year and a half, where I didn't want to be present. Because if I was present, then I would have to wake up to what is going on here in this world. And I mean, in my world. And I don't want to. I prefer to be sleep and sleepwalk until this nightmare is over. Okay. And I understand that that's like a real place, y'all. And if that is you, be encouraged. Shout out to you. I mean, I'm only in a good mood right now, but in about a couple of days, when your cycle start, I might. No, I'm just kidding. I'm speaking like I am. We high. And I want you to come up high. We're not coming down. We a team. We come up high. So if you are going through something right now that makes you not want to be present, just know that it's going to be over with very soon. Like, the tears let you know that you're alive. Shout out to the great prophet, Beyonce, or Demon, depending on what side you're on, or nothing. For those of you who are like, well, why does she keep referencing faith? Okay, I'm back. So be present. And I feel like I'm in this season where I have been given a second, third, or fourth chance. Like I'm in a very fun space where I'm like, yo, I get the opportunity to, it's a blank canvas. I got a blank canvas handed to me. I can create whatever I want to create. I can have whatever mood, whatever outlook, and I'm choosing to be positive. I'm choosing to be hopeful. I got a lot of hope, a lot of love, a lot of excitement, a lot of energy, and I don't have any restraints. And I got to keep reminding myself, when I think about like things I want to do and dreams and things, and I'm just like, man, but how am I going, should I even, is that crazy? Should I be thinking like that? And it's like, who gonna check you? Who gonna stop? Like, who? The only person who's gonna stop you is you. And so this is the time to be present. But the depth to the present piece is like being present lets you see things that you wouldn't have even known that was right there. And when we're not present, we're just moving and going. You know how like you usually drive an area, but then when you sit in the passenger seat, you get to see things differently. You get to kind of be present. You might not be on autopilot or just focused on getting everybody to and fro safely. You get to now be in the seat where you kind of get to enjoy the scene or just enjoy the journey or just go to sleep. But you're sitting over there and on the way drooling, going to sleep. Shout out to those who are passenger seat sleepers, that you notice like, dang, his house is back there behind those woods, or dang, I didn't know when they put that, there. Or, you get to notice things and you see things. You're able to be present and zoom out or zoom in or whatever and experience things that you would not have experienced if you were super locked in on just getting to the next place. And so I'm just excited about this season for all of us of let's be present. Because when we're present, we get to see, oh shoot, I got kids that keep getting older, and if I don't lock in right now, I'm not going to have any memories. Or if we're not present, we're going to realize I just come to work to and from every day, and there's a whole new opportunity for me to create a new skill or path for advancement, or department change opportunity. Like there's something I can do differently. Like I want to do something different. I don't mind being at the same company, but I want to switch it up. So being present lets you see new opportunities that will allow you to insert yourself or, not be looked over. And so many things. But so today's conversation in the break room is so on point with that. I was so excited to invite our guest, Barbara Smith. So Barbara Smith is somebody, she has an electric personality, and we already had the interview. So I want to do a good job and not tell the interview and then do the interview. But she just had a very electric personality, and so therefore I just liked her when I would see her out. As I began to think about who are people that I want to talk to, that I feel like I would have a conversation with them if we work together or what have you, and it's something that we can talk about, something that you all will be interested in, right? So I'm like, yo, Barbara pretty dope. Let's bring her on the show. And I was really locked in on what I wanted to talk about with her because I had seen her out several times with her mother, and Barbara, and she'll share her age, and so is her mother. So I'm thinking she's a caregiver. This is a sandwich generation type conversation that we can have. And then I got on the call and realized that her dynamic was a little bit different than what I just thought it was because I saw her. So there was an opportunity for me to see how I was projecting. And I made up this story about this woman and my mom based on my experience with being with my mother when she was senior. But I'm like, in this conversation, talking with this lady, and completely, she started talking about some of her own projects. That was just a reminder and confirmation. Girl, you got to lock in. I mean, this lady went in about and just was so transparent and vulnerable about conversations that she had with her children as she's gone into this new stage of her career journey. And I'm like, yo, this is what I needed to hear. And I was so excited to have this talk with her because I'm like, these are what the conversations are for. I remember working in places I've met over my years of being a professional, some great people. And I've gotten recipes or life hacks or whatever from people that I just work with just because we were sitting in the break room at the same time, something came on TV or whatever. And so I'm so excited to have this conversation with Barbara. And y'all got to meet me over at the break room. Okay, but bring you some coffee or something. You know I got to do a plug. Okay. We're going to be over at the break room right after the break. Hey, Allison Moore here, founder of Black Please Coffee. Black Please is coffee and a brand, and we believe in delicious coffee and delicious conversation. I have a special right now where we have 1 pound bags of our coffee and our diversity and inclusion mugs. So they say today's to-do list: fight for equity, fight for diversity, fight for inclusion, fight for equality. So we're selling them 12. So a set of 12, 1 dozen. I gotta go slow because numbers and stuff be tripping me up, y'all. But $30 each. So get your set of 12. You got a team of 12, you got employees, friends, family, quite a few fun things happening this summer. Maybe you have conferences or something coming up and you want to have a gift for the attendees, or maybe some incentive for early registration or what have you. Consider getting our set. Okay, so it'll come as a 2-piece duo, and you can have delicious coffee and fantastic conversation. So you can get your order now at mlcoffeebreak.com. mlcoffeebreak.com. Okay, guys, let's get back to the show.
And that is always so impressive to me because when I was taking care of my mom, that was the season where I got fired in corporate. I did not have professional successes. It was really, excuse me, it was really hard. So I kind of fumbled the bag. So, I just wanted to talk to you in I'm in a different caregiving space,
Hmm.
but it is it's people still showing up who holding other people down. People like Barbara.
Well, I want you to know I can't take a whole lot of credit for caregiving for my mom. My mom is 84 years old. She is still driving her RAV4. Is it RAV4? What is it? It's a Toyota. She's still driving her Toyota truck. And if you try to take her driver's license, some furniture gonna be moving. She's also a 4-time smartphone carrier. So this is her fourth smartphone.
Wait a minute, not the four time like it's a
4-time champion. Four time charm.
or
Her fourth,
like our friends like a third generation.
yeah, fourth generation smartphone. And texting and sending gifts and recording messages and banking online, sending stuff back to Amazon.
Okay, but Barbara, we can be honest. Okay, so you're right. So your mom is not, she's not eating through a feeding tube.
No.
Where some of our brothers and sisters, they are taking care of their children and their parents and their family and friends that are. However, you are in a season of your life. Well, maybe not you. Let's get to me. Me over here. I am in my Stella season and I shouldn't be doing homework. So regardless of what your caregiving situation looks like, I'm shout out to the people who are go home and after work, they cannot just
Yes.
pass gas, release their belt, take off their bra for the women and watch TV. They have to cook or make sure at least where is this or where is that or whatever. You gotta care for somebody else and make accommodate even some of the pet family members. I
Yeah.
guess that qualify too. You
Yeah.
had to make sure that you had accommodations to have your mom to push your mom in her chair to make sure she was comfortable in that environment. We out in the public. This was 2021, so we were still weird about the pandemic. Like you said, it was mandatory to have masks, and people were still able to mandate masks. So this is still. I know that your mom is a dope. She's queen, but you doing some stuff too, Barbara.
Yeah, she's easy to care for, if that's what you want to call it. She pretty much takes care of herself.
Yeah,
I just make sure that she's okay.
yeah,
So so that part is not really hard for me.
yeah.
So I have a my assistant, for example, who
Mhm,
cared for her mother with full on dementia, and I did care for
mhm,
my help care for my dad when he had dementia, and he's now
mhm,
passed on, but
mhm,
his his care was different. You
mhm,
know, when mama wasn't there, because she was his primary caregiver, but
mhm,
when mama wasn't able to do whatever, I did have to.
mhm,
So I do get it. There are a lot of parents, a lot of people out there that are caring for their loved ones, their
mhm,
older, seasoned loved ones that are not having a good time. My assistant, for example, her
mhm,
mother had full on dementia. She was not wanting to go to the bathroom by herself, couldn't go to the bathroom by herself. She
Mhm.
had diapers and she had to make food and all these things after working a full-time job and working as my assistant. Okay,
Mhm.
so she had it rough for a long time.
Mhm.
My event planner, same thing.
Mhm.
She now called me this week to ask me, do I know somebody that can give her respite? 2 weeks of
Mhm.
respite cost $3,500.
Mhm.
Like, everybody can't foot that bill. And
Mhm.
so I get it. This is not, this is a different, this is hitting different in this season.
Mhm.
And imagine when you had COVID, you couldn't
Mhm.
even go out. You had to stay in the same facility or same environment as the person you're caring for. Now,
Mhm.
there comes a lot of emotion with that.
Mhm.
Uh, Allison, if you're listening to me out there is nothing wrong with you saying, this sucks.
Mhm.
This is hurtful. This is not fair, because
Mhm.
I said all of those things.
Mhm.
When my father was sick, this sucks.
Me
This is not
too.
fair. He doesn't know who he is, where he is, what's going on. It does. But what's the alternative? Many people
Mhm.
cannot afford to put them in $4,000 a month facilities. Many people can't afford to do anything but what they're doing, which is half caring for themselves while fully caring for someone else who's older and may have smaller children at home. That
Mhm.
that's the part that's hard. That sandwich generation that we have
Yeah.
become, because this is not an easy time. So I applaud you. I am praying for any and everybody out there that has that situation. Know that you are not alone and there are resources. You got to reach out. That's the part that's hard. Saying that I need help, because you do. You definitely do. Support groups are everywhere. I know you don't like to go and tell your business, but there are people who are experiencing the same as you, and it helps to know that you're not alone.
Yeah, I think that's such a helpful, but simple reminder. Like, it's okay to just say this suck. I think we forget, or when we don't admit that something sucks, or when we don't, like what they say, normalize it, then we think we're complaining or that we shouldn't be, or we try to reduce it, and then it just overtakes us because we are trying to convince ourselves that we're like doing something wrong. But when I think about when I was, like what you were saying, my mom passed away. I was a caregiver and I was working at that time, but it was a time that it sucked. And I just was feeling like complaining that it sucked meant that I was not being a good daughter, that I was
Not true.
like, it was just a mess. And I had just, at that time, I had just taken a job where I had gotten this higher level opportunity and I was really fumbling. I was having a hard time transitioning into a lower level management mindset from entry level without some of the support. That's a part of why I felt really, I've always been in this space, because I just didn't think I had a good handoff in that growth. But I was trying to take care of my mom. I had three kids, little children. My two were maybe in elementary school. I just had a baby. It was a lot of things that I was doing at one time, and I missed some of the taking care of my mom became a burden, where today I would love to take care of my mom.
Right.
And in some cases, I didn't know that I should push back, or I was not as willing to, like, I got fired. They fired me probably maybe 4 weeks, a month after I buried my mom.
Wow.
And they gave me a severance. So I didn't get fired because I had done something egregious, whatever. It really wasn't a good fit, blah, 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 whatever, whatever, right? I got 6 months. I might have had a 12-month set. Like, they paid me out. And all I could think about is, you guys knew you was going to give me a severance. Y'all could have gave me the severance 2 months ago. Because
Right.
I could have been spending my last days with my moms.
Right.
And I did not have enough in me. Maybe it was the security at home financially or whatever, to say, you know what, this ain't working at work anyway. And I'm going to just go ahead and be with my mom. I didn't have that to do. I didn't know that I could do. I don't know if there was this, maybe if I get off the journey of professional now, I'll never get back on. Like, I don't know, but I just know that was such a time that I have nothing in that. Like, I was like, dang, I didn't really tap into the most sensitive time for my mom at the end of her life. I wasn't really all the way in at work. I won't all the way at home. Like, dang, I should. I'd rather just, you know what I'm saying, mess up two things and kill one than just mess up three. And that's where I'm like, I just wanted to just have a little, a little episode for those brothers and sisters. Like, yo, we see y'all out here, but just
Bring-
want to know, even though I might have missed some days on like putting on deodorant and managing all a bunch of things. Let me tell you something. Barbara and her mama out here with matching sets on, so it could be done. Barbara pushing her mama. Her mama got sparkles on the wheels, baby. Period. Okay. So keep your head up, fam.
My mama is she's a diva all by herself out here.
Period. What's your mama name? What's your mama name?
We call her Queen Agnes.
Queen Agnes. Yeah, that's right.
She had a whole photo shoot. She had a whole photo shoot last month. Yeah, because we're writing a book, empowering you. It's let go of the past and step into your greatness. She's in the book,
That's dope.
so
All
you
right.
need a photo shoot.
Well, look, with that being said, we got a couple minutes in and I want to go ahead and let us go. But I think that's a great transition right there to your book because, I know what we had got on this show to talk about. We kind of deviated. I still think it's, a great conversation to have in the break room with our coworker friends and family. But even when I'm hearing myself talk to you about why your story and just you and your journey really resonates with me, I realize I need to hurry up and get this therapist on the next session because I got some ish that I need to deal with. And so can you talk to us a little bit? I want to shut up and let you drive and talk to us a little bit about the letting go because, I could benefit from letting go of how I did or didn't handle my caregiving season.
Yes.
And then, what else do you see right here in this space for those of us who are listening?
Well, the Empowering You is a book series. Empowering You
Mm-hmm.
last year was It's Your Time. The
Mm-hmm.
Empowering You this year is Let Go of the Past and Step into Your Greatness.
Gotcha.
And last year it was 9 women. This year it's 7. But I'm not just reaching out to good women. I'm reaching out to a few good men. So if you're interested, we have another one coming up next year. But this one was different for a few reasons. Last year, I was an onlooker, visionary, but onlooker. I didn't have much to do with hands in. We
Mm-hmm.
have a project manager. It's a well-oiled machine. All you have to do is write your story. You are given structure and guidance and meditation and prayer and all kinds of things to get your story out in a
Oh,
in a
this is one of those people like it's like I'm gonna say it real trivial. I'm gonna give you the message Bible version and then you make it sound right. But it's like the group of people that come together and they all combine their pieces and it comes together into a book. What are those
yeah,
called? A group of authors? It's
mhm,
called a what? Panthology?
anthology.
Anthology. What's panthology? That sound like real
No,
sexual.
I don't, I
It
don't,
sound
I
like
don't.
it sound nasty. I want some panthology.
I'm gonna look it up. But it's an
Me too.
anthology. It's an anthology, and
Okay.
it works because people who want to write a book who have never written a book
Mhm.
don't have to think about how they're going to write it, what to say in it, how they're going to market it, how they're going to put a cover to it, they don't have no editing. They don't have to do any of that stuff. They just have to write their story down. And we
Mhm.
have an editor, a graphic designer who does a cover. There is a project manager who manages the entire project and pushes you along and calls you to make sure you have your stuff. So there's structure, there's an outline. You just put your stuff in, you answer questions. It is a phenomenal process. Okay, so but this one was different because I'm in the book. I wrote 2 chapters. Each person gets to write 2 chapters in their biography, and I wrote about Allison that I emotionally abandoned my children and didn't know.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wait a minute. I ain't see that coming. Oh, so that's how real we gonna be. So you one of those real authentic, we
I
about
don't.
to be honest people. Let me tell you something. I'm working this bit that's I'm fully aware. I've already selected the therapist and put money on their books for the damage and trauma that I did
Yeah.
to at least my oldest one for sure.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
oh,
And
I'm
then I,
gonna do a do-over with your kids. I'm gonna make it better with these grandkids. So, yo, so
yeah.
Barbara, oh my God, we're gonna have to have you back for a part two. But okay, so what is that? How did you reconnect? Now I got so many questions.
Oh my God.
Okay,
This is another show altogether.
this is another show altogether, but you can't leave us on this cliffhanger real quick because that is so important to me, especially now that I am divorced and I'm reestablishing myself as a mother with each child
Yeah.
individually and not as a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like I got these just independent relationships. How did you feel like, oh, I could see how that goes into about,
Listen,
letting go of the past and whatever. So
listen.
I guess how did you what would you leave us with as the way that or what you did to reconcile those relationships with your kid?
I went to them first after I realized what I did.
Mm.
I went to them first and asked for forgiveness. And then I explained, and I have steps in the book on how to do it. 5 steps of recovering your relationship.
How did you realize it? Was it from therapy,
Oh,
conversation, a rock hit you?
yeah, a rock hit me. My mom went to stay with my sister for a visit. And I'm going to give a part of the spoiler alert. I went to her room in my house because she lives with me, and she wasn't there. My father passed away 2 years ago, and I was grieving my dad. And then I started grieving my mother. And she wasn't gone. She was gone for a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And I started grieving her. So now I got the grief of my father,
Mm-hmm.
and underneath that, the grief of my mother.
Because you thought she had passed away?
No, no,
Oh,
it just felt like it,
gotcha.
but she's not in the room.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I was sobbing so hard, it was like the Holy Spirit said, "That's how your kids feel."
Mm-hmm.
And it took me in this downward spiral. I
I'm
was
sure.
depressed for the
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks that she was gone. I cried every single day and realized that's what I had done to my kids.
Mm-hmm. Not been there. Been there,
Yeah,
but not there.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There but not there. Present but absent. And so many parents, maybe not the same way I did, but so many parents, because they're working all the time,
Mm-hmm.
because they are caregiving and working,
Mm-hmm.
because they are whatever,
Mm-hmm.
have emotionally abandoned their children and they don't even know. They're
Mm-hmm.
walking around thinking everything's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized it in that moment. I'm 64 years old.
Mm-hmm.
My baby son is 39.
Is he single? I mean,
No.
well, I was just asking. I mean, it's a little young for my liking anyway, but I like practicing the question. I just like to know about my guests. That's the part of when you're in the more laughing family, because the coworkers, well, you're a coworker though, for real, you do know about the kids. That's what we doing. I was asking you about your mama, you told me about your mom, you told me about your book,
Yeah.
about some of your revelation. 39 is too young, plus, you know what I'm saying? I'm just asking. But anyway, go ahead. Mm.
But yeah, so that's the rest of the story is in the book. So empowering you, it's your time to go of the past and step into your greatness. And there are solutions and antidotes to get you to the next.
This is so good. So how do we find it? How do we find your book?
It's not out yet.
Oh, okay, okay. It's me.
It's in the dough making process right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
But
But you'll just let me know and then we'll circle back and we'll keep the family connected. But I mean, obviously, I didn't know any of that before we had this conversation and we just walked right into that. So I think it's safe to say that that is certainly a hot topic, at least from the people that are like you and
yeah,
I that are like minded in this uh instance, for example.
yeah,
That's important because I'm certainly one of the parts of my complex journey includes make reclaiming the time with my
yeah,
children. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
And
All of the years that I was focused on trying to hold the relationship together or focused on trying to get my degree or focused
yeah,
on trying to be this
I did all that,
person in ministry or try, like I'm looking at I
all of
got a
that.
kid in college that I'm like, do you know how to put on a condom? Did I have this conversation? Like, I think I might have missed some moments,
Yeah,
and you really just encouraged me and inspired me with even the beauty of remembering my mom to use that as constant motivation to go back to relationships with my kids, renew those, refresh those, apologize. I'm excited about your book. I want those 5 steps.
It's really interesting. So yeah, and that you know that you recognize is huge, Allison, because there are people walking around, they don't recognize the damage that in the wake of the tsunami that they've caused.
Hmm.
But you can look at your kid. I can look at my kids now and see the damage I caused, and that's a hurtful part. But the good news is we're all still alive.
Hmm.
Go back and do some things, because the day that one of us is not means that that opportunity is lost forever.
Thank you so much for just being a part of today's show. Cause I mean, I want to be the type of person. I want to have the friend group, the brand that's honest. I mean, I think that's a part of why I like laughing, not to necessarily make somebody feel bad. I don't like using my comedy to make you feel worse. I like using my comedy to just make the that's normally uncomfortable a little easier to have. Like I like to use the comedy to kind of get this medicine
Yeah. Yeah.
down. I just want to let you know you gave us a little medicine today. Like, go get yourself together. Because I was fully prepared this weekend to shake it fast for somebody, baby daddy. But, now I am going to go spend time with my kids. And, listen, there's always next weekend. Girl, if you ain't read me, Barbara, let me call my son. Hey, son. Okay. Okay. So,
Yeah,
thank you.
I did an experiment really
Hmm.
before. I send my kids now, well, a year since I started a year ago. I send them every morning, great rising. I hope you have a phenomenal day. I hope you have a blessed day. Whatever it is, every morning I send them something. And so I didn't feel like it Tuesday. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to do it till somebody says, are you okay? Right? So sure enough, my middle son called me at 5 o'clock yesterday evening and said, Mom, are you okay? I said, yeah, why do you?
Oh.
He said, haven't gotten a message in like 4 days.
Girl, let me get on my messages because shout out to Android because I think in iPhones too somewhere you could schedule some messages.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm
Yes.
literally in the bed before I get up, sending messages every morning.
Well,
Grandbabies, my sons, my niece, every morning before
that's
I get
some
out of bed.
beautiful legacy stuff right there. I like that.
And sometimes instead of sending a message, I'll get on the recorder, the voice message thing and say, hey, it's your mom. Just want you to know I love you today and every day. Have a great day. Because one day we're not going to be here. One of us is not going to be here. And I want you to be able to go back to these messages and say, my mom used to send me a message every day. And I miss that. I want to be able.
Girl, that's good right there. Let me go upstairs and having to slap my mama because that hoe ain't sent me not a message. I'm saying, first of all, they down here on Earth sending messages to their kids, and then you done went up there all up in the streets of gold and they send me ish. Come back. I need a do over. That was really beautiful, Barbara. I'm so grateful for you. I just want to let you know that your light is shining, and hence why I thought it would be the perfect light to bring it to the break room today. Thank you, for hanging out and just leveling us up. You know what I'm saying? Just in that
I just,
relationship, that family, that legacy, that queendom. I feel like a queen.
I just don't know how to be anybody else authentically but me.
Mm. Can I just tell you something too?
What's that?
It's something about you being chocolate with the white teeth. You better look like we related. I'm
For your
sorry.
audience to know, you were on my show, on my TV show, and told me, the host, can I turn my teeth down? I ain't never gonna forget that. Like,
Turn your teeth down. Why your teeth so like they just up and bright and light?
what kind of toothpaste do you use?
Gr-
Crest?
I use peroxide, but that's a part of why my teeth breaking now. They all fragile because I broke it. I cracked it too. Either between that or the fact that I be eating crab boils 2 and 3 times a week, and I crack them with my teeth. But you know what? Judge your mama. You judge Queen Agnes. Don't come over here judging me. Judge your mama.
Antithesis.
I do, but your teeth are so white.
It's the melanated skin that makes them. They're really not that white in
That's
real
what I
life.
be trying to tell him. And I tell my son, my oldest son, he's so deeply chocolate. I'm like, it's a missed opportunity. You need to have your teeth white. It's just white teeth is already like it's a game changer. It's a hack. It's a hack. And then if you smile, girl, they don't know what to do with themselves. You just smile, they be like, ha, ha. And they be like, show me your money.
Right.
Give me your money, so stick up, God. But yeah, your teeth, you got a beautiful smile, girl.
Pay a lot of money for these teeth. I think
Honey,
that's
me
how.
too. Pain too. Listen
And
here.
yes,
I had braces.
I didn't.
I had braces because I had a crossbite. I used to brush my teeth when I was brush my teeth. I don't do that no more. I used to suck my tongue. I used to suck my thumb. Don't y'all get no ideas. And because of which, it was a crossbite. You know, side note, I just never know if the love of my life is watching my show. I'm just saying, he either turned off or on. You choose. But I used to have a crossbite, so I went in because when I was smiling, it'd be like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Over, under, bite. And so I was going to correct that. I wanted to be aligned. I had a bite and I wanted to be aligned instead of this way, you know. And the orthodontist, he was like, I could fix that. I was like, it was bothering him. I'm like, sir, I'm 35 years old. Like everybody know I got a gap. It's not a secret. Or I was maybe 30 at that time or something. He was like, but I can. It comes with the package, and you know. And so I was like, okay, fine. And that's the real reason why I closed my gap, because it was like you got the braces on anyway. Instead of just shifting your whatever's, just tighten them. But
it tells me all the time. You know, you just your stuff just ain't fair. I said, what do you mean? She said, did you tell me you had braces? I said, never. She said, you do not drink coffee, right? Every day.
I drink coffee all day.
Every day. Well, I don't drink it all day. Well, we know because you a coffee connoisseur. I bought some coffee from you. I'm just saying.
New
Um,
coffee coming on the way. Yes, ma'am.
good, good. And she said, you floss all the time, right? I said, almost never. She said that, you just said, that's not just not right.
Do you water pick?
No,
How many times a day do you brush?
once.
I don't floss that much either, but I do water pick, but I also peroxide. And you just crest?
Yeah, I start to prove a point to my dentist, to my hygienist. I started using those dental pick things.
Do your breath be stinking?
No,
That's you got the cheat.
I do mouthwash every morning though, and I drink a lot of water. She said because I drink a lot of water, that eliminates a lot of plaque. I said, is that a fact? She said, yeah, and the fact that you have good genes. That's because it's ridiculous that you don't have to do all the stuff.
Yeah, well, don't tell the more laughing people, especially not my man that's up here that's gonna holler. Cause baby, I got a thing about the oral area. So if you come this way and your breath stink, that's a duh. I
Right.
I'd rather you be a pathological liar than your mouth be messed up. I know my priorities is out of order, but if I ain't got to smell it, I'm gonna just ignore your lies. But if I got to smell it, you not gonna stand in my face, stink and lie. I mean, well, I guess. You could be honest, and you matter of fact, you're not gonna stand in my face and be honest. That's what you're not gonna do. You just
Well, I use mouthwash every morning before I brush my teeth. So I use mouthwash and then I brush my teeth.
well, your teeth are beautiful, and every time I talk to you, you make me feel. I'm like, oh, this is what the people be experiencing when they be into me. Cause honey, they be giving, they be like,
They can't
you're.
see those people on podcasts can't see you looking into the camera like a crazy person.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell go. We're gonna clip all this out anyway. We don't went all. I'm gonna tell Germany. I gotta figure out where the heck it went to the end. But yeah. So that's a good point. And on that note. Barbara, I am so grateful for you joining us today. Thank you for just again letting your light shine in this here break room. You are absolutely in the Hall of Fame of the coworker cousin families. Before we
Yeah.
dismiss, before the bell rings, I don't know if there are bell rings in break rooms for real, but is there anything that you wanted to share and leave the coworker cousins with today?
Yes, I want them to know that wherever they are in this space in life, there is somebody who's already been there and done that. Please reach out for help. Our mental health is really important. And for so long in our community, especially, we have dismissed it as they just crazy or dismissed it as not even being important. And we all need a little help sometimes. Please check me out at barbarahsmith.com. That's barbarahsmith.com. Don't forget the H, barbarahsmith.com.
All right, y'all, you heard it. Barbara said we all need a little help sometimes, except me. I need help all the time. We're gonna go jump. I'm gonna, y'all, virtually, I'm gonna walk Barbara out of the virtual break room, and then we will be right back after the break. Thank you so much, Barbara.
You're welcome.
All right, so
All right, y'all. So we are back. It is time to talk money because that is why we work, to make money. But we don't work to make money so we could just survive. I don't want to survive. Like, I've tried surviving. I'm survived. Got it. Survived out. Okay. Thank you. But it's time to thrive, right? So it's this section of the show is just all about us holding each other accountable, learning, growing, and making sure that we are people that are going from being paycheck to paycheck type people. Peter, Robin, Paul, Robin, Peter, they got beef, gang, gang type people, to wealth building people, or maybe, you're somewhere in between, but we are all committed to moving forward financially. So that's where we are right here. And so, look, real quick, I want to get into money talk about traveling. Because, y'all, I had this bright idea. So often things are right in front of you and there are opportunities right there, and still on theme with staying in the present. Let's presently tap into these hacks. Okay. So here's what the inspiration from this came from, is when I looked up and I realized, okay, since I have been in my role with my job, I have probably flown for work 15 times. 10 or 15. I don't know. A lot. Enough that I could have most certainly been benefiting from some of those rewards programs and this, that, and the third. And if you are a traveler, then you're like, well, yeah, duh. You didn't know that? I can't stand when people side note. And we going can we take a side note here? I guess we can. I done already said it, huh? Okay, well then let's go there. So when somebody say, oh man, I didn't know, and tell you something, you don't need to come back and say, you didn't know that. Because no, I didn't know that. That's why I just said I didn't know that. That's why I presented the information to you. Surprised. Because I didn't know it. I thought I was sharing something with you. And the more of the I don't know energy that you give me, the more irritated I am, because I'm like, if it was so, you didn't know that, then why you didn't tell me? Anyway, so traveling people, I know that you already know this. And yes, I traveled before with comedy, but not a lot and not frequently enough that I'm like locking in on, oh girl, you missing this and you missing this and you missing this and you should do this. And I am one of those people who are getting better at it, but I don't always do the most research on the experiences that I have, because a lot of times I'm in a space where I don't have much time. I figured out when I get there. Like, I can't, if it's on Thursday, I can't even think about it until Wednesday night. That's not good, but that's where I'm at. And so I just miss so many things. So in this season of being present, I realized I could have been flying a whole lot about free, like, the perks and things. And there's some small, I'm forgive myself, and I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, you missed so much, girl. Gosh, here you go again. You don't never get that right. You out here traveling and don't, like, I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. If that's what you do, don't talk to yourself like that. You didn't know. We're moving forward. Now I know. Now I'm paying attention. And I realize, oh, I should keep the airlines that I'm flying with, probably narrow it down to one or two so I can rack up on these miles. There's so many things that I can do if I just sit down and say, what are ways to save when traveling? So now that I've noticed that I'm traveling a lot and that there are opportunities to save, I can roll that over into one of my financial goals. So listen, that's why we have to make sure that we got these goals, y'all, because if we don't have a goal, if we don't have anywhere where we're going, then we don't have anything that will trigger us or remind us, oh, this can help propel that, right? But when we have goals, then it's easier for us to remember, like, oh, shoot, this can be something that I use to add to the snowball of what I'm trying to do. And so, like for me, I'm aggressively saving. So I'm trying to aggressively save. Well, girl, you can add an extra, let's say, for example, $150, or you can start going and traveling to go visit your kids in college, reduce that plane ticket because you're traveling so much. Like, here are ways that you can save from, or in circumstances, or you're going to be spending it anyway. Traveling for me right now it's not just luxury, like, you know what I'm saying? It's something that I got to do for work. Like, you're gonna be traveling a lot. This is not, before old me, and that's why you got to constantly renew your mindset and just remind yourself, I can't behave out of who I was 5 years ago. Because see, 5 years ago, I barely traveled, sporadically or whatever. Now it's just silly for me to miss these opportunities. Same thing which I do have a goal of, aggressively as much as possible, taking my credit score even further up, right? And so here's something else I could be doing, because I know I'm going to be traveling every month, because I know I'm spending at least this amount of money every month. And because I have the salary or the income right now, that I know that I'm going to be able to take advantage or pay this stuff off, I need to be getting a credit card, utilizing or use my credit card for my travel, and maximize or optimize this whole experience so that I can do more than one thing, not just travel for work or travel to visit my children or my friends, but also use this to save some money, add to your goals, as well as boost your credit and get the kind of credit card that would allow you to have gotten the Renaissance tickets. Y'all, how did I miss the Renaissance tour ticket? I'm okay. Whatever. So listen, take advantage. Tap in, be present. What are you currently doing right now that you do all the time anyway is going to happen, that you could really be saving for, that you can take from that, use that to roll into one of your other financial goals. We got to make sure that we are watching these pennies and that we're moving ourselves forward, because baby, we about to be doing some good. More laughing all the way to the bank, okay? From paycheck to paycheck, to building wealth, to living our best financial lives. All right, that was we got this, y'all. We got this. So let's just take another quick break, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all. So thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I really had a whole lot of fun recording with you. I would appreciate it if you would subscribe if you are watching on YouTube and you have not already. If you're listening on Spotify, thank you so much. Go ahead and make sure you just share this podcast with a friend, especially a coworker, cousin, because you know what I'm saying? We in this together. They're trying to be, grow professionally. Tell them to join us. If they hate their job, tell them to join us. Hopefully we'll get them inspired and encouraged to be your best self regardless of the environment. Until next time, I'm looking forward to seeing you. If you're in Virginia, shout out to you. I will be there this summer at Kazi's Comedy Club, July 21st and 22nd. I am actually going to be headlining that weekend and using it to shoot my comedy special. So please come out, pull up on your girl. Especially if you're a podcaster person in this community, you really rock with me and you get the humor, so pull up. If you have a ugly resting face, then you stay your butt at home. I understand that you like comedy and you got the right to, but not on camera. I'm paying. I'm paying. Shout out to Tsunami. Okay. No, you don't come up in there with your ugly face sitting up there. No, I'm not doing it. And I don't want you to, because I'm going to ask you to leave. I'm going to tell them I'm a director and a producer. Okay. I'm going to clock the time. I'm going to tell them to cut you out. So don't come. Just come, smiling or put a mask on. I'm okay with that. So we ain't got to see that you're looking crazy. I really appreciate you. And I just hope everybody who's listening that you know that you're not alone and that you at least got to smile and laugh today. If you are a manager, a leader, a person of influence at your job, clean them nasty bathrooms. Y'all getting on my nerves. Clean them bathrooms, okay? You want people to come back to work and y'all don't want to clean the bathroom. You don't want to clean the bathroom and you ain't putting no coffee, refilling the supplies. Bruh. Y'all won't even pay the cleaning people no more money, so they're gonna clean the people got to use the same rags, and they can't flush out this water, and so it stays gross. We got to come to work, and my bathroom is clean. At my house, I can go to my bathroom. I ain't got to squat and do Olympic level type gymnastics so that I can feel safe with myself exposed in your bathroom. So I'm just saying, I'm just trying to help you. That's what I'm here for. I'm just trying to help you. Y'all don't let them bring in any, as these planning committees, y'all planning committees is coming together for events and stuff like that. Y'all call me, okay? Call me, speak, teach a workshop, do some entertainment, especially some of y'all that got those nice little fancy holiday parties. You definitely need to call me. And fundraisers, y'all want to get everybody drunk and get somebody to encourage them for them silent auctions and raise some money. I'm your girl. I appreciate you so very much. My name is comedian Allison Moore, and it has been my honor to hang out with you today. Please stay present. Remember that work is important. Everything is important, but you got to lock in. Open your eyes, what's around you, take advantage, smell the roses, and I will see you this time next week. Toodles!